Welcome back to Daily Planet Goes North. I'm Jay Ingram.
And I'm Kim J. Kiani. Now, when you think of safety innovations with cars, you think of the Germans, the Japanese, the Swedes as well, perhaps. These guys really pushed the boundaries when it came to the safety front, right?
That's right. But one guy started to think, what about tire blowouts? If you have that happen, especially on a highway, it can be catastrophic. How come nobody's done anything about that?
Well, that's when this guy decided to take the matter in his own hands. Where is this genius, you might be asking? He's in Whitehorse, Yukon.
And he is the subject of what we like to call built in your backyard.
For this inventor, the road to success is marked with gravel, potholes, and a flat tire or two, literally.
Wow. Wow.
He's either a daredevil or a madman. Truth is, he's a little of both. Whitehorse inventor, do-it-yourself kind of guy, Peter Becker has made a tire rim, he says, that could make roads safer for everyone.
You cannot prevent the disintegration of a tire, but you can maintain vehicle control with a completely disintegrated tire.
The innovation? A tire rim that is oval rather than round. He says that the run-flat tire rim is a very simple idea.
Basically, it's a fail-safe safety device.
When he came up with this idea, he went to work.
The first step, a practical step, was that I thought there's no scale way of doing it, which is something that I like doing, is go to the Salvation Army store and, you know, take some duct tape and wire and piece and do something that cost me $5.
This time he knew he had to build a workable prototype right off the bat.
I took a rim, an original rim, I cut it all up in slices and pieces. Cut it all out with an angle grinder, set the ground on fire here, and find some ingenious jigging ways actually to put such a structure together that has 12 feet of welding seam in a 15-inch rim and still end up with something that's completely centered and round.
Fast forward a few months, and today Becker's ready to take these handmade tire rims for a spin to show us exactly what they can do. He goes to a very secret, highly unofficial test track.
One feature of this quotation mark test track that we're using is that it's fairly straight. It also is a downhill. So in terms of testing the technology, I was actually limited by the engine power of this 1300cc engine to get the speeds to really prove the capability at highway speeds.
So it's pedal to the metal to see just how fast he can go.
It really is exciting to see that you can be safe with two flat tires on the front, and yet I can take the hands off the wheel at 90 kilometers an hour.
In this video that he made himself, Becker shows the evidence.
The tire is in two pieces now. The run flat rim has survived 12 kilometers, again with no effect of wear whatsoever.
The conventional tire rim and Becker's run-flat rim share the exact same circumference, and they have the exact same amount of slack.
Any tire rim has a drop center, a circular depression, which provides the slack to mount and unmount tire from that rim.
However, the conventional rim has a consistent center depression of about 18 millimeters, while the run-flat rim has a depression that varies from about 6 millimeters to about 35 millimeters at its deepest point.
In motion, the high points of the oval, just like from a chicken egg, actually lock the tire into place. Should the tire blow out, explode, lose its tread or deflate while it's moving, while it's on the vehicle, the high points of the oval, fill the rim well completely in a dynamic way. Between the road surface and the two high points, you have a triangle that creates a 100% reliable bead locking. So the tire cannot go out of center, stays mounted.
He figured out a way a tire can be mounted on a run flat rim exactly the same way a tire is mounted on a conventional rim. It's not your typical workspace, but it's precisely the way Becker likes it.
There's a certain inspiration that comes from chaos versus that clean shop floor. Sometimes what you have works better than what you could actually buy.
And from this chaos came an idea that could have applications around the world.
I want this to be the standard for the world's tire and automotive industry.
Despite being invented and developed well north of the 49th, Becker thinks the rim could be especially useful in hot climates.
In the developing world, tires are clearly used down to the tread, and there's a lot more tire failures there, and the loss of life is staggering.
Becker's been down this road before. He knows it takes more than a good idea to get the wheels in motion.
And speaking of innovation,